Hi everyone, I wanted to show you today how I made this winter wreath, this Yule wreath, or you could call it a Christmas wreath if you like. It could be used for either. I personally have made this for Christmas because it's for my daughter. She wanted to have a homemade wreath that she could put in her room or that we could use in the living room downstairs because she really likes Christmas. So for me it's Yule, but for her it's Christmas. And we got this Halloween. We got this wreath base for this Christmas wreath. I was going to say Halloween wreath. We got this base for this Christmas wreath from the local art and craft shop. And the same with these like sprigs of holly, berries and pine branches. Obviously it's all artificial because the idea is we want to be able to use this more than once, because the materials are not the cheapest materials, but it's still cheaper than me buying a ready-made wreath. Plus this, I always think there's something more special with homemade decorations. I much prefer homemade decorations to shop bought. It's like when my children were little and they made Christmas decorations to go on the trees, I valued those way more than anything we bought from the shop. So like my Christmas tree decorations are a mixture of shop bought, homemade, and I did have, up until I think it was last year, the ones that my kids made, but they did finally break because they were like little salt dough decorations. But this year my daughter and I are making a whole new bunch of decorations to go on the tree. Obviously we've got to decide on our colour theme, because what we do each year is we pick a colour theme that we want to use. So like last year it was blue and silver. So this year what we've got to do is look through what we've got, sort it out into colours, and then decide on our theme. So far we're thinking we're probably going to have silver, red and green, I think we decided on. And then obviously we'll see what elements we need or what we're missing, and then that tells us what we need to get. We're going to make some of our own baubles. Where you buy the hollow plastic baubles and then you just fill them up with your own thing. I'm going to do a couple of wicker inspired things where I do some what they're called witch balls, which basically is they're like a protective thing to protect your house, and they are baubles that contain like herbs and things like that. I'm probably going to make a couple of those, whereas my daughter's going to do obviously more Christmassy themed ones. We'll make a mixture actually. I mean, I'll help her. So I'm probably going to we'll probably make a bunch with fake snow in, because I've got loads of fake snow. And maybe some with like little snowmen in and stuff like that. So we've got loads of stuff coming up that we're going to make for Christmas. As for this wreath, what I did was arrange the branches where I was happy with them. And then I've got this floristry wire, which I bought ages ago for stuff like this. And all I did was wrap some floristry wire around the sprigs, and then twisted it around the back of the wreath base just to hold everything on. The advantage with this is it's going to be a bit more secure than hot glue, because these are quite thick and the wire's quite thick, and I knew they weren't going to stick very well with hot glue. So I decided to use the floristry wire in the end, which is how a lot of these are made. I mean, obviously the ones you buy from the shop are, most of them are hot glued, but if you get like a florist to make a wreath, they tend to use wire, or at least they used to. I like to use the wire because it's more secure, and obviously I can always add more wire to make it if the bit's a bit wobbly or anything. Hot glue I didn't fancy using for this one, so that's why I stuck with the wire. I was quite pleased with how secure everything felt afterwards. Now, I realised obviously there was a gap and wanted to fill it in a bit with another pine cone. So I took apart the one sprig that I had and then just decided where I was going to put this pine cone. Because obviously the pine cones are wired to the sprigs, I just undid the wire that was wrapped around the sprig and used that to attach it to the wreath base. Then I needed to fill up this gap at the top and obviously tighten that pine cone there because it was a bit loose. And the only problem is the sprigs of pine have got a big gap in the middle because obviously that's where the berries and the pine cones are attached. So it didn't quite fill up the area how I wanted. So I tried wrapping it around the wreath. That didn't work. So in the end, in the gap, I just put some more berries and then wrapped the wire around. So that filled the gap there. And then that worked out quite nice. It filled the area up and it just added a little splash of colour with the extra berries. So I placed that in position and then used my wire to wrap around and twist it into position. I also folded down the ends of previous wires that I'd put on and then used this wire to hold them down, like so. And the advantage with having everything with wire in it is that you can position it how you like. So obviously I was able to bend the sprigs with the berries on and get them to lay how I wanted. And then I got some of these fern leaves which were all white and glittery, and as you can see they made a right mess. But it all hoovered up, so it's no big deal, but obviously it did make a massive mess. So if you're doing this, make sure you put some newspaper down or something if you don't want the mess. And then I cut them down to size because I wanted them smaller, wrapped some wire around the end of them, and then used that to attach them to the wreath. And then just trimmed off the edges. And I placed these every so often around the wreath because I wanted to add a bit more of a splash of a snowy colour. And obviously I didn't want just a green and red wreath. I wanted to add some more colour. And I liked the white of the pine cones, and I thought, well, I need a little bit more white to the mixture. So I added these leaves here and there that I'd cut down. I had tried to stick them down and attach them when they were whole, but decided I didn't like how it looked and took them off, which is obviously where all the mess came from. So what I did is about every other pine cone, roughly, I placed one of these little cut off leaves. And I just liked how it adds a little splash of white to the mixture, makes it look a bit more wintry. And all you do to attach these is you take your wire, wrap it around the end of the stem of the leaf, nice and tight with a pair of pliers, and then feed the wire through the wreath and then twist it around to finish it off, and that holds it in position beautifully. And oh yeah, by the way, when you're making one of these, you will need some little wire snips, which is what I've got, because I've got some from jewellery making and stuff, and they're just little miniature wire snips just to cut the wire. You can cut this floristry wire with scissors, but obviously you're going to damage your scissors. So you're going to need floristry wire, some little wire snips, probably a pair of small pliers. Obviously the materials like the leaves, the foliage, the wreath base, and that sort of thing. And then you just need time to put it together. Obviously you can buy shop bought ones if you prefer, but I don't know. I just like, I think there's a touch more like a personal element to when you make your own decorations, and I find it very satisfying. And I like art and crafts anyway. So yeah, for me personally, I prefer to make stuff when I can. The sprigs were like big sprigs, which I think were about £3 each, and we bought 2 of those, I believe. Same for the white leaves. They were like a bunch of them for about £2 or £3. So then you're talking, there's about £9 of extra materials, and then the base was £3.50. So you're talking, it's cost about £12.50 to make this. and the floristry wire I already had, but obviously if you didn't have the floristry wire, you'd be buying that as well. Or you could just use hot glue. So on the whole, it's probably cost me about 12 quid to make in total, because like I said, I already had the wire around the house. If not, it was definitely under, like, even if including the wire, it'd be under 15 quid. Whereas obviously if you buy these in the shop, the minimum you're going to pay is 15 quid, but I don't think they look as nice. And then it's just a case of adding a bit of ribbon. First of all, I was going to put like a little bow. So I played around with that idea of adding a little ribbon bow. And obviously I'm not very good at tying ribbons, so they actually like look very good. So I played around with the idea of a little bow first of all, decided I didn't like it. Then I was going to obviously use this ribbon to hang up the wreath. But then I decided, because the wreath is all red and green and white, it's weird just to have this random patch of gold for the ribbon. So I swapped it for some red ribbon. Again, the ribbon I'd already got in the house, but obviously if you had to buy that, that would add to your cost of making this. But it's all, it's under 15 quid. So first of all, I was going to like loop the ribbon round, but that didn't quite work, so I had to like thread it through and tie it off. So I tied it, did a nice double knot and then an extra tie just to make sure it was nice and secure. So because this is going to be the loop to hang it by. And that's it. That's how to make a Christmas wreath or Yule wreath. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.